This is Cast Iron ASMR. I stole these 3 comics from my English teacher in grade 9. It was wrong. I didn't get caught. Nobody noticed. Really, they were $1.25, and I shouldn't be justifying swiping the comics, but I did, and here we are, and I still have them. So my English teacher put her name in the comic books. Holm was Mrs. Holm, and so nobody would take them, but I still did it. And like I said, it was wrong. I had just started collecting comic books that summer, like a few months before, and a little bit sad because I already even had this comic book. But this one, look, this one's ripped. Spider-Man's got a hole there. And I thought, nobody else is gonna care about these comics. And I thought, maybe I can trade it. No, I wouldn't have traded it because nobody collected comic books, or if they did, they wouldn't tell anybody because that's not cool. So, all that aside, sorry Miss Holm for stealing your comic books, but look, I got them all these years later. And let's take a look. Alright, it's The Amazing Spider-Man. This is a famous comic book. I liked it when this first came out. Venom is back. I can't remember where I was. This would have been, no, I would have got this when it came on the stands. And I thought, oh no, it's Venom. He knows Peter's secret. He knows about Aunt May and Mary Jane. The suit, the black costume, is an alien, and it hates Spider-Man, but it also loves him. And the symbiote host, Eddie Brock, hates Peter Parker and knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and he hates Spider-Man. This was done by artist Todd McFarlane. He was my favorite artist at the time. Yes, did he? I think he drew the first Venom. He didn't have sharp teeth in the beginning, and he looked silly. He was smiling. So, so this was when I was first reading Spider-Man comics. There were no Spider-Man movies. There wasn't even that Spider-Man cartoon, like past the 60s one. And he sort of had his life together here a bit. He was married to a model. He even was getting some money. He published a book as Peter Parker, all the pictures of Spider-Man. Like he's got the loving wife. Oh, look, she looks a bit sad here, though. I'm Grey Tiger. Hey, after being my hubby all this time, you should know that. Bye. Yeah, he's always got to be a little bit sad. Sort of a go-to. The Black Cat. That's Spider-Man's ex-girlfriend. Ex-super girlfriend. Oh my god. We had Venom. Don't do that. Oh, when she just finds out that he's married. Parker's wife didn't know where he was either. And I found him before. I'll find him again. Wife. Yeah, there'd be a couple pages. Actually, there's a few more. Like the drama. Actually, no, a whole lot happens in this one. Venom attacks a homeless man. No, he doesn't even. He attacks the mouse. And then Spider-Man takes a picture in the wrecking yard. He talks to his wife on the phone. Black Cat returns. Venom assaults her. And they see Aunt May. Are they still living with Aunt May? Oh, they're living in Aunt May's house. No wonder they're... No wonder Mary Jane's a little bit down. They're like newlyweds. Let's go live with your aunt. Because she was kidnapped by a crazy person who was obsessed with her. And he was very rich. And he blackballed her in the modeling industry. Look, somebody's threatening him. Oh, it's Venom. Venom's like, I'm going to come and get you. There's the web. People liked how Todd McFarlane drew the web so detailed, and I was one of them. And this was the big eyes, where the big spidey eyes came into play. Now, what am I talking about? There's still lots of good stuff in this. It was almost over. We got Spidey doing his gymnastics in the sky. Chin you could crack a nut with. Oh no. And this is his Spidey webbed, not a purse. Looks like a purse there. His backpack. He always like carries clothes around. Oh yeah. No. Oh, they're in a meat packing plant. Oh yeah, Spider-Man's spider sense isn't triggered by Venom. I forgot about that. There's Stan Lee. A one-time offer for Marvel Addicts. Buy a VHS tape for how to draw the Marvel Way. Look at that, he just gets covered in blood. That's a lot of blood. Is that how things happen? I guess. Maybe. A butcher shop. I misread this just right now. I thought that said Spider-Man is a nerd. That's why you gotta get a good letter. Because the H line. Anyway, Spider-Man is a hero, not a nerd. Well, he's also kind of a nerd. And he has a breaking point. Oh, he pushed over the blood machine. And now he's running away. That is pretty funny. He just did a massive amount of damage to this place, and he's leaving. He didn't have to do that. Venom knows where he's gonna be. Anyway, it was a good comic. And yeah, oh, here's the morning funnies. The cereal with the comic strip characters. Hagar the Horrible. I like Hagar. That's Dennis the Menace. Family Circus. Beetle Bailey. That's the Wilson. Was that his name? I can't remember who was high and who was lowest. Oh, of course that's High, because Lois is a girl's name. I think that's Mutt and Jeff. Is that Mutt? No, that'd probably Jeff. Oh, and Marvin the baby. Who's that? Wild Fruit Taste? Oh. For a second I thought it was somebody just plugging this, but no, it would be a comic strip character. I don't know her. Alright, so that was my first stolen, swiped Spider-Man, my comic there. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Superman. I wasn't buying that many comics when I first started buying comics. I only had a little bit of money. So Spider-Man. Later, I did buy Superman for a time. But this was before that time. This is an interesting cover. Half here, half there. It's issue 35 of Superman. That seems unlikely. I don't know if they restarted this or they just never had. Superman was in Action Comics. Was that it? Anyway, whatever. Oh, it should say if it was volume 2. It does not. Whatever. Okay, Racer's Edge. You know that famous villain? The skiing. The Alps will never be the same. Racer's Edge and Brainstorm. That looks like, is that Brainiac? I can't remember. Is that Lex? Alright, this is Holmes' signature. This one's in good shape. Like I said, yeah, this one here's well used. Maybe these were the popular ones. The Spider-Man ones got read more. Yeah, at the time when I first started buying these superhero comic books, nobody wanted to buy Superman. I thought, what would Superman comics be like? Like, nothing can even hurt me. It'd be so lame. Okay, what's going on here? I do not see scientific stuff. Oh, there's Brainiac. Did I even read this? I probably did. I must have. Oh, wow. It's getting right in there. Is this a dream? Yeah, they're dreaming. Visions of grandeur. Racer's Edge. Maybe it's happening to both the people at the same time. And for, what is this, Nintendo? Yeah, Nintendo. Quarterback. That's pretty funny, they're keeping him in a bird cage. Kid Remote in The Power to Move. Stuck in a rut. The kid was at the end of his rope. Kaboom! Went out of the blue. Oh, it's cordless. Is that song playing? What's that? Remote controller. It's a controller by remote. There's WrestleMania. Oh, Darkseid. Darkseid's in everything. He's so... I don't know. He's not my favorite. Although, I recently saw some stuff where he was crushing after Wonder Woman, which I thought was funny. Ordering your Nintendo games. Oh, is he super huge? Who is that? in the store. Yeah, this is like a Dream episode. Dream issue. At least they have this here to remind you, so they don't have to have bubbled panels each time. Oh, the bottled city of Candor. I always like that idea. Not the idea of Dark Side. Bionic Power. Never played that one. Ah, here we go. It's Mr. Bubbles. Tubtails. An advertisement by Archie Artist and DeCarlo. Mr. Bubble. So this was about the time when all of the direct market, meaning like all these comic stores started to open. And in the comic stores, at least where I was at, there were no Archie comics. And, you know, I didn't really talk to anybody who liked comics or not comics. For my one, sort of close friends, a couple of us started buying them. But I always thought it was funny how comics, it seemed to me that people at Marvel and DC and such looked down upon, you know, the classic Archie comics, which were Archie comics. And I remember, I don't know where I would have read about it, because, you know, there was no internet. But there was an artist from Marvel, I think, who went, changed ship. He jumped and started working. He started working at Archie Comics. And even at that time, like, I was all into these comics here. I wasn't buying Archie Comics. I'd probably get them. No, that's not true. I'd still buy them in the summer. But in the publication by one of the big two there, the Marvel or DC, they were making fun of him for going to Archie and demeaning Archie. And I remember that, and that's lame. The Death of Captain Stacy. So this is classic Spider-Man. Spider-Man Tales. In this, they just reprinted stories, the old stories. 252. Well, this was back when it was 95 cents in Canada. 75 in the US. Miss Holm. Alright, props to Miss Holm, thank you. I remember thinking the coloring, I don't know if it's true, that the coloring in the Marvel Tales looked different, but I think it's just that the classic stories, well, maybe not. It was more bold, more like a cartoony color, which I probably like more now than I did then. Oh, comes about. Some Metal Gear. Old ads, look, they used to have so much to read. Like, you could read this comic. Look at this ad for these, like, 4 games. There's a page of text almost. Like, even this, there's like a paragraph up there. Maybe that's a competition? See, the complete line. No, why do you think order? And death shall come. This is with Doc Ock. Yeah, which one is it? Oh, this is the Death of Captain Stacy. This is a landmark issue. I have this, like, probably printed in a different thing. I don't have the actual issue of Amazing Spider-Man. It should say here where it's originally printed, but I'm seeing it doesn't. this is John Romita, Stanley. This was like right before they're gonna jump ship because Captain Stacy dies, and then Gwen Stacy, she's gonna buy the farm in a few issues, and Stanley left and wasn't writing the book anymore. Sometimes he would just web his clothes up underneath a roof ledge. This is good though. Spinjas. We interrupt this comic for a special report. News flash from around the world. Report massive disruptions in Earth's gravitational field. Oh my goodness. Look in Italy, all the spaghettis flying up. Even down under, the vehicles are. Who can be causing this chaos? It's the Spinjas. Wasn't there was another thing that became popular, the spinning recently. Look at that. These are solid pages. You don't even see Doc Ock because his arms. The action is too much. Doc Ock is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. When the movies came out and they sort of were, I don't know, some people say they like the Green Goblin there. Sort of like the arch enemy. I think, no, Doc Ock. Oh no, here it is. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, they're attacking him. Oh no. Is he trying to be good right at the end? Crumbling. Oh, self-sacrifice. Look out, son. Look out. Please go. Captain Stacy. He's jumping down. Oh, this is actually really. He's still alive. I'm done for, son. No, you're not. There's going to be a rooftop. Be good to her, son. Be good to her. She loves you very much. He knew all this time. He knew. That's the cover. Redrawn by Tom McFarlane. Yeah. Oh, look here. Okay, good. That was a little bit of a down. The sinister secret of Sylvia Saumeister. It's Fred Hembeck. Oh, who do we got here? Oh yeah, it's the Spider-Ham. Thanks. Oh, Spider-Ham. Some people might think that that's a new thing there with that movie. They had Spider-Ham, but when I was littler when this came out, Spider-Ham was around, and my brother said, "Oh, do you know that there's this comic called Spider-Ham, and Spider-Man's a pig, and he's got a big nose, and all the people are animals." I said, "No, there's not." Yeah, there is. And his secret identity, he's Peter Porker, because he's a pig. I said, "No." I thought he was trying to mess with me. Who's that? That's Silver Sow. Ah, it's all about her. Silver Sable, that's the spoof of that. Mary Jane Water Buffalo. Max the Agent. these always had lots of text. You get a nice good story. Maybe. I don't know. I have like one Spider-Man comic. They're pretty funny. They're pretty drawningly well too. Not by Fred Hembeck. Not that this isn't done well. I think I remember that time. Alright, well, it was kind of fun to look through my ill-gotten gains. I learned my lesson. They wouldn't be around today had I not taken them, but it still wasn't right. This one here, like, so when I took that one, like I said, this was already ripped, it was all pushed back, but this, you know, is a valuable comic if it was in better shape. So, thanks for looking at those with me, and I hope you don't think any less of me. I was young. I learned my lesson.